Governor, there's a lot of chatter going on in the mainstream media about some of the goings-on at the debates, including a question from a soldier in Afghanistan or Iraq who happened to be gay. Could you hear the question and answer from this guy, from your position on stage?
I heard the question and answer, yeah. And I mean, and you hear a lot. You don't hear everything going on. Obviously, you're concentrating on the people on the stage and what you're going to say.
Well, there was audible to the home audience boos from a couple of people, or 30 people, I don't know, in the audience, and I couldn't tell from home whether you people on stage could hear the boos, and if you did hear the boos, what was your reaction to them?
Actually, I think we can hear the boos. I would tell you that in these debates, there's been a lot of booing and a lot of applause, cheering and booing, some of which I don't agree with. Now, I have not made it my practice to scold the audience and say I disagree with this person, I agree with that person, because it goes in a lot of different directions. I don't recall whether people were booing his question or just booing
They
him.
booed as soon as he identified himself as a gay person.
You have to look into that. I don't know when they booed, and I don't know why people booed. But I will tell you that the boos and the applause has not always coincided with my own views. But I haven't stepped in to try and say this one's right and this one's wrong, and instead I focus on the things that I think I ought to say.
I asked because I think it was Herman Cain over the weekend was asked about it, and he said in effect that he should have criticized whoever was booing in the audience.
I understand his thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah. But yours are. You're not going to get started.
Look, there were people who cheered when the statement was made at the Reagan Library that a number of 200 and some odd people have been executed in Texas.
Yeah.
I don't know that cheering for executions is something I would agree with either, but I don't raise my hand and say, please let me talk. I want to tell everyone you shouldn't be cheering. I haven't made it my practice to listen to the cheers and the boos and then try and correct the people on their expressions of their views.